we can hit this green flirt at the bookcase here, this could be huge. We do hit the green. We do finish the flirt. Can he get away with the transfer?
You have so much cover at the green shelf. The blue was the hard one, but he's not where his ST is. The ST has better cover, and Sykosloth is staring at this. And Rooks has to see that laser is not moving.
Seconds. It's going to be overtime now. Time starting to tick. 5 seconds. Toby covers. There's the transfer. It's a green. There's no head turn, but the book. Can it get back in time? It can indeed. The bad shot comes off, and with microseconds off the clock, Rook gets it done in game number 1.
That's why I mentioned Queen being at statues, because if overtime triggers at that point, she's the obvious shot. If he doesn't see it, you can tell Rooks wanted to do that microfilm, but he didn't have as much cover because... One thing that's really stood out to me so far is the differences in micro with the challenger players. They obviously know a lot about the game already. I'm always stunned to see how good new players are, but their newness. Oh boy!
No, that's so many cups.
I'll hold that thought while we react to this real quick. Good lord! Oh boy! And we end up at statues. We don't do anything?
We don't know it! Oh my god!
Do you see what they did? Do you see what they did? They went to statues and then acted like I'm coming away from statues, hoping their eyes are elsewhere. I was at statues the whole time. I must have been because I'm walking away, or rolling away in this case. And it works!
Oh my god, what a move under pressure.
Yeah, here's the real problem. When you're going to banana bread, look at this. You're the only statue.
Banana bread.
And not on camera!
They split before it happens, and they've got one more flirt to go, and it's hard to imagine they're going to get shot for a talk here.
Especially when they were not seen in conversation with a double agent.
Yeah, and the fact that they see them leave suggests they weren't a huge suspect before. Wow!
The shot comes off! Silverthorn on it a lot more than we thought he was, and somehow manages to keep it even.
And nothing happening yet.
Here's the call. Oh no! This could be it! It's all falling apart! The
covered by the pillar!
Comes off! It was visible!
Only at the very end. Only at the very end.
Moving at a bad moment.
Yup, Headhunter, the pillar was between them and Queen when it started, but the hand was on screen at the very end. But if they weren't looking exactly then, most of the animation was covered by the pillar. Once again, White Dress and the pillar helping Silverthorn.
It's going to be a fingerprint at the side statue. I assume that's going to be enough, as the mission win countdown is on 5 seconds and we have no reaction from Daheadhunter, and Silverthorn, averting disaster on the red test contact, pulls out yet another game to bring the scoreline to 6-3. And keeps moving, so it doesn't look like he was the one who did it.
Yep, I've actually done this myself in competitive play. It can be very powerful. Everyone sort of understands that you might bug behind the shark and they're willing to credit it. It doesn't occur to everyone else necessarily that you might delegate behind the shark even.
Fingerprint at the back statue gives him half of that mission and 2 inspects. Purloin is done and dusted, and DavidW doesn't seem to know what to do with it as we step back in for the last flirt.
Well, the problem is you have to have that mental snapshot while the shark goes by. It's just so hard to do. You're watching so much.
The shot
gets it
off!
anyway!
He deciphers the play! A huge shot from DavidW. Oh my god! Second flirt is a green test, brings us up to 77%. Still 2 minutes left to play. Absolutely no danger.
I mean, it's possible. This is so early on that if you're already a suspect and Turnipboy is waiting, he could actually feel probably pretty confident that flirt isn't done. You wouldn't necessarily just credit it, but that's a lot to ask and a lot to assume. Much more likely that DavidW is on the verge of a win here.
Minute and 30 now. Just waiting for this flirt timer to cool down.
Now, the funny thing is when you're watching this, as an observer, it doesn't seem that thrilling, but as a spy, your heart is pounding.
Oh! Are you kidding me? He takes the shot!
Wow!
Turnipboy is on top of things! The shot comes off! with 3 seconds left and what looked like a sure win for DavidW does not pan out. There's the inspects done. That's 1. 2 more. Seduction target and double agent are in the same conversation as each other. Under 20 seconds. Contact comes off. 15 seconds now.
Wants the flirt to be the last mission.
It might not matter. 10 seconds. It's going to be overtime. Turnipboy might not wait long enough to let it happen, but if he does...
He can't wait for overtime. It's only going to be a second. He'll barely have time.
Does the shot come off? Shot too late for sink! And DavidW, a game that he should not have won, happens anyway.
Turnipboy was completely on top of the whole thing, except for one little detail: the exact timing of the talk.